helps the farmers reduce their cost of, transportation. So they only have to transport,
Oh yeah.
or there's a pickup. There's a pickup, delivery service. So a lot of like the Mennonite and the Amish farmers in Pennsylvania are doing that. So I'd like to go. I want to go.
Is there a videotape? Because I've not heard this information before, and I think it's really important for people to know that there is a food hub.
Right, it's really fascinating. And then there are also some people trying to start like little local food hubs.
Oh.
So this spring, I put everything on hold over the holiday season, but this spring I want to go and start doing some tours.
Of local food hubs?
Yeah, of the food hubs. The one up in Pennsylvania I would like to go see, because that's the biggest and the best known. And then I'd like to go and visit, there's one down near Alexandria. And that's linked up with the farm in Middleburg. So there are like all these like connections.
Germinate. And they'll pop something out. But it's quite easy. Like all the books will say, you wait for the first true leaves, and then you transplant. And it really depends on what the plant is, because quite often you'll transplant it and it'll just die instantly in the garden.
Can I leave it like in a little pot like that if I want it? Like something small like that. If I planted like oregano or basil, can I leave them there instead of planting?
The only problem is it gets to a certain point where the roots
That they don't grow.
They get what's called root bound, and then unless your pot is big enough, then you'll see the plant will start to suffer. Like it won't. When it's outside, it'll get to a point where it just flourishes.
Right.
But with the indoor plants, they'll get to a point, and then you're like, there's definitely something wrong with it. Like it's alive, but it's not really taking off. The edge.
What are you growing, may I ask?
So these are, I have a lot of other plants all
things.
around the house, but these are tomatoes. This is like a cherry tomato. This is just a regular. These are like heirloom tomatoes. Then I have eggplant and peppers here. So I started them early because and we can talk in a bit more detail about this, each of the plants needs, but tomatoes and eggplants and peppers are in the Solanaceae family. So what we found is that once it gets to about 90 degrees, they don't really produce anything for a while. All their blossoms will just die because of the heat. So what I'm trying to do, I'm a real plant nerd. I'm starting them early because I'd like to get some harvest before it hits July.
Right.
So I'm really trying to
Nurture them a lot.
Yeah, I don't normally coddle plants, but I'm coddling these ones because each plant can, if it starts and gets established early, they can each produce something like 10 pounds of fruit. So it's worth the effort to try to coddle these. Most things like a cabbage or something isn't worth the effort to coddle. If it dies, well, it's so easy to start.
Really?
Yeah.
Or kale. Kale is pretty easy in this area.
Yeah, and then these are lavender. So even like, I started those in December. So what I found with herbs, they're a much finer seed, and you just dust it on the top. You don't put any soil on at all. And it might look like it's hopeless, but you just have to be patient and start them early. And in a couple of months, like any of the herbs, we tried chamomile, lavender, arnica, echinacea, you name the herb, we haven't had any problems growing any of them, rosemary, etc. Sure.
How, so when you throw the seeds down and a bunch of little babies come up, do you pluck out certain ones so there's not too many in one spot? I never know if I should leave them all
Thin
have
them.
their own
So-
space, or do I thin them out?
If it's a very fine seed that you're sprinkling on top,
Yeah.
I just see which ones die out. I just let them
So
naturally.
you just let them naturally
Yeah.
fight it out. Okay.
Because quite often what will happen is you pull something out, it'll disturb the root,
yeah,
and then
I
it'll kill all the
always-
things around it.
Okay.
and,
I always wonder about that.
Mother Nature.
So you just let Mother Nature take its course.
And then we're going to learn with things like this, you're actually placing each individual seed.
Okay, so then you're not
So
gonna
then
get...
you can actually put them very close together,
Okay.
and they're not going to really affect plants really don't need that much
Okay.
in terms of,
Space.
yeah, and they actually get along pretty well with like plants. So even if the roots mix, it's not going to really,
Then how
at
do
this
you
level, it's not going to
transplant
suffer.
it to the garden without messing up the roots of like neighboring plant? That's what I found hard. Because if I wanted to take this tomato and put it over here and put that one over there,
Sure.
it's like I'm like, how do I do it without hurting them?
So I could demonstrate, I'll a little later after we do the seed starting, I'll demonstrate with these. I'll
Okay.
just put them in. I normally with tomatoes I'll do it the whole transplant. So I'll move them out of there into their own individual cells.
Yeah.
So I can show you how to get at the roots so that
Right.
you don't,
So I'm not feel like I'm.
yeah, like you generally don't pull it out. You have to
Yeah.
get
Go
underneath
down.
Hug
it.
underneath.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
take
do.
the whole thing.
Yeah, I do try to do that, but I don't know if I do it right. So it'd be awesome to see.
Okay, so I don't know if we have
Soil.
gloves. The soil is out here.
Well, I wanted to say that for the bathrooms, they're halfway down the stairs
Oh,
and
perfect.
all the way down the stairs in the same kitchen.
Great, thank you, Nicole.
Because we don't have, I don't think we have enough gloves, right, Dad?
We have some. I don't know where all the gloves went to. I can look around.
We don't have enough.
I don't mind
gloves.
getting dirty.
We had like dozens of gloves. And they all disappeared.
You can never have enough gloves, right?
I'll look downstairs and smooth the level of it, so it should be reasonably. Oh, it's okay. We'll vacuum later.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Yeah.
We have a steam vac.
Okay.
You want to do your own, Dad? Dave, do you want to do your own? Do your own
Yeah,
tray so
okay.
that you can
Yeah.
actually. Yes,
Should
thank you.
we all work on one tray, or should we all do one separate tray?
Each one has one tray.
So so Fazana and Famita need one separate tray. too?
Yes.
Okay.
No, but I think if we have more greens, safely we can share the greens.
Okay.
So what about cucumber? How long do they take?
So what I've discovered with they're all in the cucurbitaceae family. Some melons, cucumbers. You could start them now, but they grow so fast